Hi everyone. I wanted to spend a few minutes talking primarily for my Patreon sponsors before I head to bed this evening. I wanted to share both some personal updates and what I've been working on behind the scenes. I want to start by talking about my own life just for a few minutes. The month of December was very challenging. My pain was out of control a lot of the time, and the broken sleep really took a bad effect on me. I was able to get out and make my annual Christmas lights video. I do this each year, especially for shut-ins, people that are away from home, and generally for people who can't get out and enjoy the Christmas season. I actually went out on the 27th or 28th of December and started taking photos for next year's edition. It's something I really enjoy doing. It's a chance to give hope and renewal for people who are struggling at Christmas time when they're feeling lonely or withdrawn or just physically can't take part in the community. It's just something I really enjoy doing, and I'm glad that I was able to work it out in the midst of the challenges with my hips and my knees. I also want to share that I've had some special moments, especially in January. There's a few young adults I'm helping support in the community. I had one of them over 3 nights ago for a meal, and we watched the video Rudy together. It's a really inspirational video, and I thought it would do a lot of good for the young adult to sit there and watch it with me and help give courage to keep pressing forward in life. There's different times where I'm able to get involved with the community, giving back, and these are things I talk about a lot of the time. I do it because it's the right thing to do, but I do respect the young adults that have welcomed me into their life and don't typically discuss what's gone on, and just being a listening ear and someone that's caring. I did want to say thank you for the Patreon sponsors that have helped pay for groceries, that help me share a meal or help the financial burden in other ways that I can respond in practical needs. It means the world to me. And, I remember when I needed help, and it's great being able to be on the giving end of it. What I'm working on in my personal life right now is getting the bathroom optimized for my needs. I've discovered that having a really warm bath helps my legs, helps my hips, helps my knees, helps the pain in my spine. The catch is, with living alone, I need to make sure that I could call for help if I get stuck in the tub. So I'm in the midst of setting up so a tablet's there in the tub with voice over IP phone software installed and messaging apps installed, and that I can reach the outside world if my body goes limp and I otherwise get stuck in the tub. So a lot of the effort that I'm working on right now that's taking me away from putting on videos is making sure that my life is okay so I can continue on with the effort of doing this and giving back. What I've been working on for programming wise is the website to go with this YouTube channel and sort of building the framework that helps this grow. I remember in 2006, I had suddenly lost the use of my left hip joint, and it took about the next 8 months to build the skill set to to be able to manage day-to-day living. It was a really long and very, very challenging 8 months. So I've set up a tip of the week. On Mondays, I share a tip that has to do with chronic pain. Wednesdays, I share a tip that's about living with a physical disability. And on Fridays, I share a tip that has to do with living with a low income. So I've just programmed so that these will automatically post to Twitter and another social network called Mastodon. I'm going to be setting up so these can get onto Facebook automatically as well. And it's about educating and equipping people and sharing a tip, but then having time to respond, and for those who need to apply it to their lives, that they get a chance to do so before the next tip posts. So I wanted to share that I'm working on this behind the scenes, and I can only do so much in a day, but establishing the framework for long-term growth and getting known that I'm wanting to reach people that might be struggling or maybe don't have access to some of the people and the time and energy that's been invested in me. And it really is an opportunity to serve and to be grateful. And even if someone's struggling right now, that doesn't mean they have to struggle their whole life. And education goes a whole long way to helping someone find their place in life and feel like they're living their life instead of just being kept alive and focused on the menial existence of just one day after another of struggle upon struggle. So these are the 3 tip sections if you're interested in them. I want to share that I'm working on my wheelchair as well. I'm setting up an accessory panel for it, and what I'm setting up this time is something that could be taken and transplanted onto my Nextpower wheelchair and give me the accessories I need. For example, there's a pair of USB charging ports. That will help me so much when I'm out taking nature photos to keep the battery on the camera charged. I really enjoy the nature montage videos. You know, it takes a lot of effort to do it. That Christmas lights video I shared actually took a total of 10 hours over several days to put it together. But the hope and the joy that it gives me doing this and helping other people just have a little bit of an oasis, it really makes it worth it. I'm continuing to work at cleaning and organizing my home. I'm trying to putter away with about 30 minutes a day, kind of 3 groups of 10 minutes. It seems to be what I can handle. And I'm hoping by the time we get into May or June that I've got through everything I own and I've got rid of what isn't part of my life now and needed for me to complete my goals in the here and now. I wanted to take a minute to share Mike with you. Mike's my hamster. He's been giving me all kinds of joy. You know, I really enjoy my little buddy. About 3 weeks ago, I was woke up in the night because I was hearing him squeak. At first I thought that a mouse got in my home and was in a fight with Mike. When I turned on the light, what I discovered was that he was at the edge of his cage, standing on his rear feet, and he was wanting to be played with. So I had him out for about 20 minutes around 5 a.m., then put him back in his cage and went back to bed myself. Anyway, I'm enjoying my little buddy. I usually get him out for a little bit at the end of the night, and he's just become really tame with me. Yesterday he fell asleep in my hand and he slept for about 15 minutes while I held him. It was really special. Anyway, that's kind of what I've been up to. I want to thank you that for those of you who let me in your lives, I do appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. And if you have ideas for video topics, please let me know. I'm interested in being relevant and helping know what needs are there to help equip people to live. Thanks for this time you spent with me today, and I especially want to say thank you to the Patreon sponsors that help fund what I'm working on, and especially helping the young adults in the community where I live. Take care. Bye for now.